Your brain adapts to exercise in the same way your muscles do, getting both bigger and faster in order to get better. Do you ever feel like you'd be better off if you had more discipline or self-control? Are there foods, activities, or patterns that you fall into no matter how hard that you try to break out? We've got good news for you. Willpower is a skill, which means it can be improved upon. People who can exercise their willpower succeed in almost all areas of their life. People with more self-control are more likely to have better relationships and friendships, are healthier and happier, make more money, and are more successful in their careers. If you want to improve your life, then developing your self-control is an important goal. In The Willpower Instinct by Kelly McGonigal, she examines the common myths around willpower and how to improve it with some very counterintuitive methods that many other gurus haven't mentioned. Let's dive into some of the key concepts from the book. First, willpower has 3 forces. Willpower is challenged on a daily basis, not in one way, but in 3 unique ways. To fight back, you can break willpower down into one of 3 powers. I won't, I will, and I want. And each of these helps you exert self-control in different situations. The first, and most common, is I won't. This is the ability to say no, even when temptation is screaming yes. I won't eat any pizza today. I won't have a beer. I won't smoke today. You probably know the biggest I won't challenge that you are currently facing. The temptation that you can't resist, even though it's likely hurting your health, happiness, or career. Next up is I will. I think of this one as delayed gratification. I will do something unpleasant today, so tomorrow is better. I will work hard today so that I have plenty of money in my pocket tomorrow. I will eat a salad for lunch rather than a burger so that I have energy and I feel good later. Your I will challenge is probably an activity that you've found hard to start, something that you procrastinate on regularly. And the last power is I want. The I want power is based around long-term goal setting. Having a strong, clearly defined long-term goal that you really want can help guide you on the right path in the present. I want to be fit and healthy, so I'm going to eat well and work out today. Being fit and healthy is the goal, and it is important enough to sacrifice a day of binge-watching Netflix and sitting on the couch. What is the big goal that will help you focus? Key concept number 2. Willpower is a biological instinct. Biologically, we have instincts that are programmed to help us survive and thrive. The fight-or-flight instinct is a perfect example. In prehistoric times, when a hungry lion saw us, our body automatically devoted all of its energy to saving our hides. What we might not understand is that the fight-and-flight instinct is active in most times of stress, even today. When you are hungry, full of anxiety, in pain, or sick, your body is reacting to a perceived danger, and you're not thinking straight. Willpower is based on a biological instinct as well. Most of us just aren't aware of it, though. You can boost willpower by employing a pause and plan response. Unlike fight and flight, pause and plan slows everything down. Instead of just grabbing that tasty cookie that's tempting you, pause. This allows you to examine that cookie from a rational state of mind. Does the cookie fit with your long-term goals and wants, or is it just an impulsive desire? You can also improve your stress response, so you'll be less likely to fall under the fight and flight instinct. Things like meditation, exercise, and sleep can all reduce your stress and make willpower easier to employ. Number 3, willpower is like a muscle. Almost everything that we do in life is based on routine. That's why, for most of us, getting ready for work is almost mindless. We just do it because we've done it 100 times before. This is why changing a habit and having the willpower to do so can be so hard. If you normally just grab a Pop-Tart on the way to work, cooking a healthy breakfast instead is going to tax your willpower. The good news is that just like you can lift weights to build bigger muscles, you can train your willpower with challenges throughout the day. The author suggests putting a candy bowl where you can come across it multiple times a day. You are never allowed to eat that candy, but its presence will help you build a resistance to it. Find challenges in the forms of the 3 different powers so that you can slowly but surely build upon and increase your self-control and willpower with practice and time. Number 4. The reward center of the brain is not your friend. We all know the feeling. We reward ourselves with a treat, a day shopping, or a lazy night on the couch just watching TV, just to feel bad about it later on or even the next day. Things we did to reward ourselves come back to haunt us. When our brains perceive something that is a reward, the brain releases dopamine, which makes the thing that we are seeing or smelling almost irresistible. This makes the food, drink, or sexual partner in front of us just about impossible to say no to. Combining this knowledge with the pause and plan instinct can help you overcome these urges and act in your long-term best interests. It can also help to think of your future self as the same person as your current self. Part of the reason that instant gratification through whatever temptation is currently in front of you is so hard to resist is that future you is just a concept. Why restrict yourself now for some vague concept known as future you? By realizing that future you is just as important as current you, it will help you to do what is best for both people, and not just the current version of yourself. And lastly, willpower is contagious. You've probably heard the famous quote by Jim Rohn, "You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with." Well, it applies to willpower as much as it does other things. If the 5 people that you spend the most time with are all very fit, chances are they have good habits and willpower when it comes to food and exercise. If your 5 best friends are all millionaires, chances are they have good willpower when it comes to working hard, investing, and spending money intelligently. To improve your self-control, you can either seek out people who already shine in the areas that you want to improve on, or you can challenge your current group of friends and loved ones to a willpower challenge and improve together. Remember, your brain adapts to exercise in the same way that your muscles do, getting both bigger and faster in order to get better. In today's video, we covered many of the key concepts from the Willpower Instinct. The book has a bunch of exercises to use as practice, though. It is definitely worth picking up a copy so that you can put some of these exercises into practice to develop and strengthen your own willpower. We hope that you enjoyed the video. If you have a book, idea, article, or saying that you'd like to see us summarized, please leave your ideas down below and we'll do our best to make them into a future video. Before you go, we'd also appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to help us reach more people with our videos.